Can you vlog with the DJI Osmo Pocket and the Rode Wireless Go? Let's find out. Rig breakdown. In this setup, I am using the DJI Osmo Pocket, the Freewell ND filters, the Rode Wireless Go, connected to the Osmo Pocket through a cold shoe mount. I put the Osmo Pocket into the Freewell Osmo Pocket holder. The DJI mic adapter goes through the Freewell Osmo Pocket holder into the Osmo Pocket. The SC2 cable connects the mic adapter to the Rode Wireless Go receiver, and at the back of the Freewell Osmo Pocket holder is a GoPro mount. So then I used a GoPro to 1/4" screw adapter to put it onto my selfie stick, and the selfie stick is attached to the Joby Gorilla tripod. And just so you know, the camera that I'm using to film this video is the Samsung S10 front-facing camera, and for sound I'm using the Rode Video Micro. Face tracking test. One of the best features of the DJI Osmo Pocket is that it has a 3-axis gimbal, and right now it is tracking me as if I have a cameraman with me. But it's actually the face tracking option on the Osmo Pocket that is keeping the camera focused on my face. But how does it fare when I start to make more sudden movements? And it's still doing a really good job of keeping track of me. But if I make a very sudden movement and stay close to the camera, it can still seem to keep track of me. And I'm only about a meter away. And now it's finally lost track. So as you can see, it is pretty good. It does a really good job of face tracking, and right now I just had to put my face back into the frame and it picked it up again without me having to touch the screen. You may notice that I am out of focus even though face tracking is on. That's because the Osmo Pocket was in single autofocus mode and not continuous. And that's a mistake I learned from while making this video. Rode Wireless Go range test. So now I'm going to do a range test to see how far back I can walk away from the Osmo Pocket and Rode Wireless Go before the sound cuts out. I'm going to take 10 steps back, test the sound, and keep going 10 steps back until I'm about 70 steps away. The Rode Wireless Go official documentation says you can be 70 meters away before it cuts out. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so right now I'm 1 step away and I'm going to move back 10 steps. So right now I am 10 steps away from the Osmo Pocket rig. Now I am 20 steps away from the Osmo Pocket rig. Now I am 30 steps away from the Osmo Pocket rig. Now I am 40 steps away from the Osmo Pocket rig. Now I am 50 steps away from the Osmo Pocket rig. And now I am 100 steps away from the Osmo Pocket rig. I have no idea whether this is still working. No it didn't. Only up to 50 steps. Rode Wireless Go settings test. So there are various ways you can set up the audio on the Osmo Pocket and Wireless Go. On the Wireless Go there are 3 settings. There's a low, medium and high dB boost. On the Osmo Pocket there is a dB boost from +1 to +20. So what is the best settings for the DJI Osmo Pocket and the Rode Wireless Go? Let's find out. So right now I have the Rode Wireless Go set to the lowest gain setting and the DJI Osmo Pocket is set to +1 dB. So here is what the Rode Wireless Go sounds like on the lowest dB setting and the DJI Osmo Pocket set to +10 dB. I'm not quite sure what happened here, but the sound did not actually record. So here is the Rode Wireless Go on the medium dB setting and the Osmo Pocket on +1 dB. So here is sample audio from the Rode Wireless Go on medium gain and the Osmo Pocket set to +10 dB. So here is sample audio from the Rode Wireless Go on medium gain and the Osmo Pocket on +20 dB. Here is sample audio from the Rode Wireless Go on the highest gain setting and the Osmo Pocket on +1 dB. Here is sample audio from the Rode Wireless Go on the highest gain setting and the Osmo Pocket on +10 dB. Here is sample audio from the Rode Wireless Go on the highest gain setting and the DJI Osmo Pocket on +20 dB. The sound settings that I like to use is the Rode Wireless Go on the medium gain setting and the DJI Osmo Pocket on +10 dB. For me, this is the perfect sound combination because it's loud enough so that I can hear the audio and raise it in post if I need to, but it's also quiet enough so that when I record in louder environments, the sound will not peak.
DJI Osmo Pocket settings.
So some of my favorite settings on the DJI Osmo Pocket is filming in 4K 50 frames per second. So you can slow it down in post by 50% and get cinematic slow motion footage. I like to film using the D-Cine-like profile because this gives you the maximum dynamic range in post and better colors. I use auto white balance because when you're out and about filming, this is the fastest way to film, and I think it does a really good job anyway. With exposure, I like to use plus 0.7, a technique called expose to the right, and I'll show you why this is better than filming at plus 0 or plus 0.3. So here is footage exposed at 0. Here is footage exposed at plus 0.3. Here is footage exposed at plus 0.7.
I pretty much shot this video using plus 0.7 exposure because it brings a lot of detail in the shadows. To color grade this shot, I go to basic correction, change the saturation to 150, go to curves, drag this point down a little bit, drag this point up a little bit, and you've basically added an S-curve. And that's it, your shot is now color graded. This is before, and this is after. Osmo Pocket versus Samsung S10.
Now let's do a comparison between the Osmo Pocket and Rode Wireless Go versus the Samsung S10 and the Rode Video Micro. So right now I'm using the Osmo Pocket and Rode Wireless Go. So this is me walking and talking, and now this is me running and talking with the Osmo Pocket and Rode Wireless Go, and let's see how this compares to the Samsung S10 and Video Micro. Okay, so now you're seeing footage from the Samsung S10 front-facing camera, which is in 4K, and now I'm walking, talking with this rig with the Rode Video Micro for sound, and this is me running and talking with the Samsung S10 and Video Micro. So let's see how this compares side by side with the DJI Osmo Pocket and the Rode Wireless Go.
I think there's a real clear winner here. The Osmo Pocket has higher video quality and better stabilization. Conclusion. So the question is, can you use the DJI Osmo Pocket and the Rode Wireless Go for vlogging? And for me, the answer is yes. It's such a small and light package that delivers really high quality video and audio on the go. Compared to this, what I used before to make YouTube videos, the Sony a7S II with the 28-135 lens on it, this is 500 grams and this is almost 3 kilograms. This is just so portable and easy to use. You can plug in your phone into the Osmo Pocket to get a better feed of whether your video is in focus or not, but the Osmo Pocket's battery life begins to drain really fast because it starts charging your phone. You can plug in external battery into the Osmo Pocket, but then you won't be able to attach your Wireless Go through the mic adapter because there's only one USB Type-C port. So you're going to need to prioritize your Wireless Go over battery. Unfortunately, the Osmo Pocket doesn't have a speaker, so you cannot check whether your audio recorded on the Osmo Pocket itself. You need to plug it into your phone and then play the video from there and then check whether the audio has recorded. But honestly, I am really happy with this setup and I'll continue to use it to make my YouTube videos. That's it. You now know how to use the DJI Osmo Pocket and the Rode Wireless Go for vlogging.